Tours. Take us with you everywhere.
Okay, the summertime travel season is upon us. I'm sure that part of your plans will include the Great American Road Trip. That's always a must-have in the summer, but I hope you'll have time to take a jet flight as well. And we're going to talk this morning about the recent expansion at the Chattanooga Airport, because if you have not been there in a while, you do not know what you're missing. April Cameron will champion that message for us this morning. She is the president and CEO. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
As though I said the jet flight, because I heard John Denver leaving on a jet plane in my head as I was talking to you. But this is exciting news. You've been with the airport for 27 years.
Yes, 27 years.
I've been in Chattanooga for 27 years, and I was sharing with you memories long made at the airport, but we have grown a lot in those 27 years.
Absolutely. We have grown. During my time at the airport, I've seen so much growth, and in the last year, we've seen a lot of new growth. We have actually added 6 new destinations, and starting next week, we will welcome a new carrier, Spirit Airlines, to the airport. So that's our first new carrier since 2016. Really excited for them to be coming into Chattanooga. And so with their arrival, we'll offer 16 destinations out of Chattanooga. And so that just tells you the growth of our community and how we're growing.
Well, the ripple effect of that growth goes far, because obviously for those of us who already live in Chattanooga, that just benefits our travel plans.
Absolutely.
It's also great for business, right?
Absolutely.
Because it helps new businesses to come our way.
Yes. So new air service certainly it drives economic development. It helps not only attract new businesses, it supports our local companies and just boosts economic development in general. New companies that are coming into town, that's one of the first things that they ask is, what type of air service do you have out of your community?
Sure. You mentioned the Spirit Airlines coming. I think this is really the principle of capitalism at play. You're excited to have multiple carriers because that just helps the consumer with the cost.
Absolutely. Having more options and more destinations provides greater opportunities for travel out of Chattanooga for business, but also brings people into Chattanooga and supporting our local tourism and our hotels and our restaurants. It's a ripple effect. And so the more we're able to support that growth, the more the community is going to benefit.
I do want to talk a little bit about those of us who do live here. This is home. And you hear a lot in Chattanooga about the importance of developing our tourism market, and we've done that, but people don't want that to come at the expense of their own day-to-day quality of life.
Yes.
So I've shared a story with you. We took a trip a couple of weeks ago, and we did have to, where our destination was, we had a kind of a challenge with how we were flying. And we went to the airport, not for the purpose of leaving, but to get some questions answered. It was so easy. I know with all the additions that you've done, you've still made it very user-friendly. We walk in, we get a ticket agent who's obviously been there for a long time. He was able to help us. It was that customer service that you count on. You don't get that in the big cities.
You don't. That's one thing. As a small market, you have to find a way to differentiate yourself. And we've done that by providing an easy, convenient experience, and also focusing on customer service. That's really important to us. And so you can come into the Chattanooga Airport. Parking's very easy.
Very easy.
You're able to get in, get through security checkpoint in just a matter of minutes, and you're at your gate. And so it's a very calm experience and very customer-centric experience. And so that's what we pride ourselves in, is providing that convenience here in Chattanooga.
So let's talk about the 19 different places that you travel. 16?
Yes.
Do you have them all memorized? It's okay if you don't.
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
Okay.
So Delta flies direct to Atlanta, Detroit, and LaGuardia.
Okay.
American flies direct to Charlotte, Dallas, DC, and Miami. We have Allegiant flying to Orlando, Sanford, Tampa, St. Pete, Las Vegas, and Punta Gorda. And then United flies to Chicago. Next week when Spirit starts, they will add 3 new destinations to Newark, Fort Lauderdale, and Orlando International. So we have great connectivity out of
Yes.
Chattanooga.
That is fantastic, and all of those are nonstop.
Yes.
Which, if you go back in time, you probably remember the days of thinking, I'd love the convenience of flying out of
Yes.
Chattanooga, but what if there's a problem with my commute, right, with my
Yes.
pickup destination? You
Yes.
don't have that problem now.
You know, we have lots of connectivity. You know, we have 8 flights a day to Atlanta. We have 4 flights a day to Dallas. So we have a lot of connectivity out of our
Right.
market. And so it's really important for people to realize that just about every place that you need to go, you can get there either nonstop or with one
Right.
connection. And so, you know, we think that we are primed for growth here in Chattanooga, and we're working really hard to continue to provide that for the community.
So talk to about the expansion of the airport itself when you added that new terminal.
Yes. So last March, in March of '24, we opened a 26,000 square foot expansion. That expansion added 2 new gates, a new restaurant, a new business center, new set of restrooms. It expanded our checkpoint area. So we feel like we'd put a lot of focus on our infrastructure. Back in '21, we opened a new parking garage. And so we focused on that infrastructure growing so that we could support our future growth. Now that we've opened that terminal, it's beautiful, it's modern. We're very pleased with how the community has accepted that new addition. Our focus has been on air service since we opened that, because now we have the space, so we want to go out there and sell that to the airlines, and the airlines are really taking notice. And honestly, our community is really supporting the airport, and that is what is helping us to grow.
Yes. Yes, I mean, Chattanooga always has been a grassroots city.
Yes.
And so you need to continue that, because if we're not supporting them and what they're offering us as
Yes.
the public, they can't continue to provide it to us. So
Absolutely.
congratulations to you. And you get an A on the test. That was very impressive that you got all of those destinations without missing a beat.
Thank you.
So Spirit begins its service next week for the 3 destinations where they will go: Newark, Orlando area,
Yes.
and somewhere else.
Fort Lauderdale.
See, she knew it, I didn't. So now you can book your destination with ease and the comfort of knowing that you're supporting us right here in Chattanooga. Flycha.com is the website, and there's the phone number. Don't forget, too, if you're going to pick somebody up who's flying into Chattanooga, the first 15 minutes of parking is still free.
Absolutely.
I can speak to that personally. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
West Carolina Trading Post is everything under the sun.